Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Sorry it's taken me a while to get back to it. I've had a really mental week. A friend of mine was made homeless, and me being me, I went to help them out, and all sorts of stuff happened, and I've been very preoccupied, I've been very busy, I've had a lot going on, so I've not managed to get around to recording videos, but we're back. And of course it is a new month, which means we're going to be looking at another request from my one and only patron, Bladed Thesis, and he's asked me to look at an artist called Ayron Jones. I believe it's pronounced Ayron, I could be mistaken. Now, not heard of this guy before, so I did a little bit of research on the guy. It says Ayron Jones, born in 1986 in Seattle, Washington, is an American guitarist, singer and songwriter. His music blends elements of grunge, rock, hip-hop, soul and other genres. After years performing in local venues in his hometown of Seattle, with his trio Ayron Jones and The Way, he was noticed by producer Sir Mix-a-Lot. That's a name that's very familiar. And led an independent career until he signed with John Vartos / Big Machine. His first major album was released in 2021. He's been an opening act for the likes of B.B. King, Guns N' Roses, The Zombies, Patti Smith, Living Colour, the Presidents of the United States of America, Janelle Monáe, Public Enemy, Rakim, Robin Trower, Spearhead, Train, Jeff Beck, Slipknot, Lamb of God, Theory of a Deadman, Run DMC, and The Rolling Stones. He's also participated in things like Download Festival, Mount Baker Rhythm and Blues Festival, SW, Sasquatch Music Festival, KISW's Pain in the Grass, and Summer Meltdown. So he's got a very eclectic style, mixing grunge, rock, hip hop, and soul. And he's opened for some really varying bands. I mean, you've got things like B.B. King and Patti Smith, and then you've got things like Slipknot and Lamb of God. So what the hell does this guy's music sound like? It's very, very intriguing. So just by reading that, I've got no idea what I'm in for here, but I'm intrigued. Now, Bladed Thesis has asked that I look at a track called Emily. Whatever that is. I've got lyrics here. Hopefully they are correct. It is a lyric video as well, as far as I understand. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what we're getting here. So we'll jump into this and see what we've got. So this is Ayron Jones, Emily. Let's have a look.
Choose up the days of old, 'cause they ain't ever coming back. And you were the one that walked away, so baby, why are you so mad? Why won't you let me be? Why won't you let me be? Emily.
So there you go. Emily by Ayron Jones. How very interesting. And I'm actually quite glad of this piece of music, because it's something quite different from what I'd normally look at. Now, I mentioned, I did a week of videos over my birthday, where I did my favourite songs from any genre, and I did some rather mixed genres in that week, and I said, when I first started out this channel, I wanted to look at different genres of music. I wanted to look at all different kinds of music, but I've ended up mostly doing just metal. So this is quite refreshing. This is something quite different, and I quite like it, because when I read up about him, when I spoke about him at the beginning, it said, he mixed up things like grunge, rock and roll, and soul, and that sort of thing. You can really hear it in the music that he's playing. There's a very sort of soul, sort of almost bluesy kind of sound to the song, but it's also got quite heavy, chunky sounding guitars in it. So, a very interesting piece of music, and very well performed. The guy's got a very good voice, obviously a very talented guitarist as well. Excuse me. So yeah, a very interesting artist. I'll be intrigued to explore more of his music, to see how much it varies. Excuse me. How much it varies from, is this a typical track of his, or is it does it vary quite drastically? I mean, opening for bands like Lamb of God and Slipknot, you'd think maybe he's got some heavier tracks. Possibly he might have more sort of bluesy, sort of soul music sort of tracks, but you can definitely hear the sort of inspiration of all of those different genres in this one piece of music. It's a good example. Wow, what is wrong with me today? Anyway, the track itself, it's, I wouldn't say it's particularly deep. I mean, it's got a story to it, obviously. This person, Emily, that he's singing about, sounds like someone he was in a relationship with. They've broken up. It seems that she instigated the breakup, but she's still sort of clinging on to him, and, sort of insinuating herself into his life in every way, despite the fact that she's the one that broke up with him. He says at one point that he's with someone else, but she sort of keeps bugging at him, sort of like she's still at the periphery, like either messaging him or constantly harassing him and trying to find a way to stay in his life, despite the fact that they are broken up, and it was her that instigated it. Because the song opens up, "Two's up to the days of old, 'cause they ain't ever coming back. You were the one that walked away, so baby, why are you so mad? Why won't you let me be, Emily?" And that opening passage just says everything there, doesn't it? Two's up for the day. Two's up. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure it's a slang phrase for something. It's not one I'm familiar with. I thought two's up was like a Australian coin toss game, but it might mean something else. I don't know. So it could be toasting with a drink, possibly. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the phrase. So if someone can let me know what that means, please do. But he's like, "Two's up to the days of old, 'cause I ain't ever coming back." What's happened has happened. It's the past. We can't go back to it. You were the one that walked away, so why are you so mad? So it's like, girl, you dumped me. You walked away. You left me. So why are you angry at me? Really, I should be mad at you, because, you broke my heart. You walked away. You left me. But why are you mad at me? Sounds like she's sort of gaslighting him, essentially. It's like, you dumped me, so why are you angry at me? Are you angry because I found someone else? Did you expect me to sit there pining over you forever? Did you want me as a sort of backup so you could go off and find someone else, and if that didn't work out, you could come crawling back to me? Is that why you're angry? Because I've already moved on? Is that what it is? It goes, "I try to let you go, but girl, you got the best of me, Emily. Why won't you let me be?" So, there's still a part of his mind, part of his concentration that's still focused on her, because obviously, she left him, so he obviously still loved her when she walked away. So there's still part of him that's like, I do miss you, I do care about you, but you left me, and you're angry at me for whatever reason. You know, why can't you just leave me alone? Why can't you just let me carry on with my life? It's a shame to see how far you'll go just to make me feel your pain. So I make love to Mary Jane. Now, that could be another person, or Mary Jane is also as I understand it, a slang term for marijuana. She takes my blues away, so why won't you let me be Emily? So again, it's a shame to see how far you'll go just to make me feel your pain. So it's like you're still trying to find ways to hurt me, even though you know, again, it was you that left. So why are you still trying to hurt me? You know, you hurt me once already when you left, and you might be feeling some pain. You might be hating the fact that I've moved on. You might be hating the fact that, you know, you might be regretting the fact that you walked away from me. So why are you trying to hurt me? What is the point in it? What are you trying to accomplish here? You know, it's not going to do anything. You're just showing me what a horrible person you are. If anything, you're pushing me further and further away, because I'm seeing what sort of person you really are, and I don't want to be part of that. I guess so I make love to Mary Jane. She takes my blues away. Again, that could be a new partner that he's met by the name of Mary Jane, or it could be the recreational smoking paraphernalia, which can also take one's blues away. I try to let you go, but girl, you got the best of me, Emily. Girl, you got the best of me, Emily. Girl, you got the best of me. Then it goes into a guitar solo, which I wouldn't say it was the sleekest of guitar solos. It was quite, I don't want to say messy, but it was, I don't know, there's just something about the guitar solo. It sounded good, you know, the tone of the solo was good, but it did sort of come across as maybe a little bit messy. It might be just me that thinks that, but you know, it was still a guitar solo, and it fitted with the song, because there did seem to be a certain amount of possibly anger and angst in the song, and that sort of comes through in that. And then it carried on. I try to let you go, but girl, you got the best of me. I wish I could forget your name, Emily. Why can't you let me be Emily? Why can't you let me be Emily, Emily, Emily? So he says there right at the end, I wish I could forget your name. You know, I wish I could erase you from my mind. I wish I could just completely forget you, because, you know, you're just annoying me at this moment. You're causing me immense amounts of pain. You're trying to sabotage my life by the sounds of things. You know, you're constantly finding excuses to get back into my life, as it were. And you seem to be angry at me for something, but it was you that left me. And, you know, I still loved you when you left, but for some reason you found it appropriate to leave me, and now you're angry at me for that fact. So, you know, he doesn't quite understand what this woman's problem is. And he's like, you know, I don't care anymore. Just go away. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. So, you know, it's not a particularly deep song, but at least, you know, it's got a story to it. And as I've said on numerous occasions, I like it when a song has a story to it. And like I said, the actual performance itself was really, really good. You know, I like the way all the elements sort of mixed together. You can hear all the different influences that have come together in this piece of music. And as I said before, I'll be very intrigued to find out what his other music is like. You know, does he have heavier stuff? Does he have more sort of bluesy soul stuff? You know, is this like a sort of average for what his music is? Is this like a good example? Is there better examples? Is there examples of different styles that he's used? You know, I'm intrigued to discover more. But like I said, he's got a very good voice, a very good guitarist. It's a good piece of music. I like it. And, you know, I like the fact that this is a different style of music that I'm looking at, because like I said before, when I first started this channel, I wanted to look at as much different music as I possibly could, you know, varying different styles. And I mean, so far on this channel, I've covered some rock, I've covered occasional bit of hip hop, I've covered a country song, you know, and in the last week when I did my birthday week, you know, I looked at some other varying styles, like a bit of folk music and that sort of thing. You know, I wanted to explore different styles of music. I didn't want to just concentrate on only heavy metal, but that does seem to be what's predominantly been covered on my channel. You know, I'm not complaining. I like discovering new metal, but you know, I would have liked to explore other genres as well. So this was a nice, refreshing change, and I like it. I think it's very, very good. You know, I said like before, you know, I was brought up on every style of music. You know, both of my parents were radio DJs. I was brought up on everything from classical music, opera, country music, blues, you know, rap, rock, heavy metal. You know, I was raised on every kind of music. I mean, the only music that I really don't like is things like acid house. You know, that I can't be dealing with that. I like music that proves that an artist has skill and talent, not just some guy sitting in his bedroom making noises with a computer. So you know, it was refreshing to look at something different, and it was a good piece of music. I like it. But I don't know what else I can say on that, so I'll leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like or a subscribe if you haven't already, because it really, really would help the channel out. You know, as it stands, you know, I've been going for about 6 years, and at the moment, not even 2% of people are actually watching my videos, which is a little bit disheartening. So, you know, if you could like and subscribe, it would make the biggest difference to me. It would make the biggest difference to this channel. It really, really would help me out. But that's all I've got for you on that today. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
I try to let you go.